they've seen that, Mohammed, your date of birth is wrong. You're lying. This is not your car. We're not giving you anything. In fact, you're going to get a fine. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Hold on. Well, my name's Faisal, okay, and I'm actually a teacher. I'm a physics teacher from Scotland, born and raised. My family's from Pakistan. Like, my granddad came across from Pakistan, and so I've been there ever since, my whole life. So I ended up getting into cars, buying fast cars, modifying the cars, and joining up with friends who are like-minded with me. And what happened was I decided I want to have a change of atmosphere. Let's try Dubai, or the UAE in general. So I applied for a job. So growing up, I had my first love, a car that I wanted to buy, and it was actually after a lot of research, I wanted a Seat Leon Cupra R. That was my first love. The issue is, I looked at the other cars. Volkswagen. I've been a VAG guy for a long time in my life. It was all VAG cars, Golfs, Seats, Audis, and so on. And until later, I got into Japanese, and now American. So at the time, I looked at Cupras, I looked at Volkswagen Golf GTIs, Audi S3, and I looked at them properly. Okay, this is the engine they have. They have the 1.8 turbo, has a 180 bhp. Okay, so the S3 has a 210 bhp. So has the Cupra R. Okay, so hold on. What's the point on getting the Golf if I can get the Cupra R because it's faster? In every way, shape, and form, it's better than the Golf. So it's cheaper because it's Seat. Okay, so now Seat S3. What do I want? S3 four-wheel drive. Okay, hold on. Hull deck system is really heavy. Seat Leon, quarter-mile time, and then I looked at the quarter-mile time of the S3. Seat Leon's faster. Around the track, Seat Leon's faster. In every certain circumstance, Seat Leon's faster, except 0 to 60, of course, and except wet traffic, of course. And then I said, okay, I have to have this car. I really need this car. I need to work hard. So when I passed, I was like 17 or 18 when I passed my driving test. So I needed a car to get around in, so I can get to work to buy my first love. My first car that I bought was a Citroen Saxo 1.1. That's a 1.1 engine, right? And bought that car. It was a manual, of course, 5-speed. It was terrible, absolutely horrible. But that was my first car. So I was the typical teenager with a Saxo. It was like a teabag kind of car, right? And I had a big loud exhaust. It was embarrassing now, thinking back. So, and then I got fed up of the exhaust after a while. So as I was saving, earning money, getting the car that I wanted, I said I need a sound system. So one of my friends, he's my neighbour actually. He's like a mechanic and he does sound systems as well. He did it for his own car. He says, look, help me out. So I said, okay, you know what? Let's get not just a normal sound system. Let's get the best sound system you can have, right? The best money can buy. I said, what about my next car? I'm saving for that. He says, what we'll do, put the money in this. You can take it and put it into your next car as well. I said, okay, done. What should we get? Alpine Type X. Everything. We had the Alpine Type X sub 12-inch woofer. It had 3,000 watts peak, 1,200 watts RMS. It needed its own monoblock amp, so I had to get an Alpine monoblock amp. And then he gave me his old Genesis amplifier. It's a 5-channel amp with gold components, and it was made for competition use. He said, look, use this for your components and your speakers. So we did all that. So we got the Alpine Type S speakers in, and the Type S front components as well, and tweeters. And then turns out that when I turn it on, my car battery dies. My lights are dimming, the battery goes flat, the sub cuts off. I had to buy a yellow top battery, bought a yellow top battery, stuck it on and stick it into the car. I said, okay, great, so that's working now. Eventually, finally managed to sell the car and I could get my first love. Drove all the way down to England. It was a bit of a drive. Went down to England, bought the Cupra R. So happy. Driving through, went to Manchester. Every Asian in the UK has to go to Manchester. Okay, you have to go to Winslow Road and you have to eat at the Curry Mile and have t-shirt there. It's like a tradition. So you can't go there without doing that. So that's what we did. So my sound system was my first thing. Usually performance comes first, but just transferred and fixed it all up. That was my first love, and that's when I started modifying it. Put Miltic exhaust on there, got a downpipe in there, 100-cell race cat, and getting a BMC carbon fiber induction kit. Forged, no, it wasn't forged, it was a Bailey's dump valve I had. Next in line was I had the silicon turbo intake pipe, all the silicon hoses. Then I was going to get the front mounted intercooler. Somebody hit my car from the front, reversed into me. And he was a drunk driver. He was with friends on a night out, no insurance, nothing. He took his details and stuff, nothing happened. And then what happened was, I was like, crap, I need to go through insurance now. Went through insurance, they said we can't do anything because it's uninsured driver. So there's a place called the Motor Insurance Bureau. They deal with people who get incidents with these people, drunk drivers. So I told them what's going on. Now then they had a small issue with my name. My first name isn't Faisal, it's actually Muhammad. My name is Muhammad Faisal Ali. My dad is Muhammad Ali. My dad's insurance is on the Cupra. My insurance is on the Saxo. My insurance allows me to drive other people's cars with their permission. So what happened was, when they seen that, Muhammad, your date of birth is wrong, you're lying, this is not your car, we're not giving you anything, in fact you're going to get a fine. I was like, what are you talking about? Hold on, let's stop for a second, what's going on? They thought I was my dad, so they were not happy with that. I says, no, look, this is my car, it's in Saxo. This is my name, Muhammad Faisal Ali, same thing. And they said, this is my date of birth, everything is here. I happen to be the one driving the car when somebody hit him. That's not my fault. They said, okay, fine. And then they paid out. So I was like, oh, thank God. I wiped my brow. I was like, so it all worked out. That's when I realized the police and these insurance companies, they don't look at your date of birth when they catch you. So I didn't tell my dad, but I became my dad. Every time the police pull me over, I say, what's your name? Muhammad Ali. We know where you live. Here. Okay, done. No problem. No problems.